Thanks everyone for coming out this morning, and hope everyone's enjoying their coffee. Today I'd like to introduce to you Barley Oats Farms. Barley Oats enables you to grow your food online, and we do all the work for you in the background. We have over 300 plus crop varieties to choose from, unbeatable freshness, and click and grow convenience. So let me tell you first why I'm doing this. The first time I've ever grown my own vegetables and had it, I was just blown away by the quality and the freshness compared to the supermarket. What's out there in the supermarket is really below average. There's not too much varietal selections. A lot of these vegetables in the supermarkets undergo long transportation times. They have to sit around, get sold, and by the time they get to your table, it's probably not very fresh and has degraded quite a bit. There's also a lack of transparency on how your crops are growing. They can be spraying all sorts of fungicides and herbicides or insecticides, and you won't know about it. And there's still a lot of produce waste out there, not only in your refrigerator, but also in the supermarkets and even on the farms. So how are we tackling this problem, these problems? First, we want everyone to get involved in the growing process. I call it the farm democratization process, where we want everyone to be a farmer. We only have you grow on demand, so whatever you want, it's all customized to you. There's basically a little tiny customized farm just for you. And we want to give you a vast variety of vegetables. So no longer it's just romaine lettuce. You've got probably 30 different varieties to choose from. You got bib lettuce, summer crisp, all sorts of different things. And we also want to enable a crop trading system so that if you have excess vegetables, we'll take it back in while it's still in the ground, and we'll resell it to people who actually want it. So welcome to the Barley Oats Farm Solution. As you can see here, this is our web application that you go through to choose all your vegetables and see all the growing. Like I said, over 300 varieties to choose from. That's a real PowerPoint for us. There's 6 hours. We guarantee that we'll get you the vegetables from soil to your doorstep under 6 hours, so you really won't believe how fresh it is. And it's going to be super convenient because you manage everything online, and we give you complete transparency. We tell you what we do to your crops along every step of the growth process. And it's really health and environmentally friendly. We use organically certified fertilizers and soil, and we only use insect netting rather than spraying. So just a quick summary on how this works. The first step, you would rent a plot of land to grow food on. Choose over 300 plus crops to grow, and then you can watch it grow online. We'll do all the hard work for you in the background, and when it's ready, we'll give it to you fresh to your doorstep. So our business model, we've broken this down into 4 to appease everyone's appetite. The first model is you can rent a 4 by 4 feet plot and grows up to 16 crops simultaneously. This is priced at $21 per plot per month. Also, we have a scaled down version which grow 4 crops a month, 4 crops simultaneously, $6 per plot per month. And there's people who just want to try a few or grow one at a time. So we enable that too. Requires a $1.50 deposit, which goes towards your final purchase, and this is based on price per weight, and the price is fixed up front. And we also have, for the impatient, a online produce market. We plan to grow popular vegetables, so it'll be all ready if you just want to choose it. At the same time, we enable people to sell back extra crops, or if they grow one at a time, they can abandon the crops. And we actually make extra profit at this stage too, because we take it in and resell it for a higher price, so everyone's happy. So marketing strategy, we've identified a couple hotspot groups that we want to target first. The first is people who cook international cuisines. They usually require some exotic vegetables that's not usually found in the supermarkets, such as special Indian gourds or some Chinese long beans. So they know that only we can grow that fresh. We also found that vegans have been very passionate about their vegetable quality for obvious reasons. And Whole Food shoppers has also been very responsive, and farmers market shoppers. So, people tell us this is great and all that, but can we try something first? So here we are. We're going to start a sampling campaign where you get to grow 2 free samples so you can see for yourself. And we're also considering a 2-month free trial. And this, we hope to bring more people in through these methods. In terms of competition, there's your big box supermarkets, and there also is online grocery marketers such as Amazon Fresh. A lot of these people get it from big farms and go through long transportation times, so not as fresh, not much variety. There's farm boxes and community-supported agricultures. They are fresher because they get it from their farm usually, but we get a lot of complaints that a lot of their food goes to waste because they require you to buy a big box, and people say they just end up throwing a lot of it away. And then there's farmers markets. They're definitely much fresher, but they still have to sit around getting unsold for a bit. And then there's some variety. And then there's us. We're the first and only online farm. We are able to deliver the freshest vegetables because everything's customized for you, and we get it directly from the soil to your table. There's a huge variety because we grow from seed, and it's really convenient because everything's managed online. So a bit about myself. I'm the founder and CEO. I'm a passionate vegetable grower, also an environmentalist. I'm a software engineer by training. I built the entire Barley Oats application. I was previously a co-founder of a semiconductor startup where I built the technology, brought in some senior people, and also served as the principal investigator of an SBIR grant. I also have a PhD in electrical engineering and computer science from UC Irvine. Currently seeking marketing and sales co-founder and also some experienced farm advisor. The plan for the next 3 years. In the first year, we really want to focus in the Sacramento area, run small trials, get us some time to stabilize our farm operations and get to know our customers a lot better. Second year, we want to expand towards the Northern California area, grow existing usage, grow new users. Goal is to reach 1,000 plots. And the third year is to expand throughout the major cities of California while offering new product offerings. Goal is 12,000 plots, $3 million revenue. Current status, we just launched the application a few weeks ago. The reception has been good. Within 2 weeks, we've had 750 Facebook followers. There's actually 80 plus people that are subscribed to the websites and 5 beta trials going on. And like I said, we have a sampling campaign going on to bring in more people. Whoops. All right, so what I'm looking for today is just feedback and interested users. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. The first question we asked, and you kind of answered it, is what can the community do for you? Is there anything you want to add to feedback and interested users?
Yeah, I guess is this something you would try? And I mean, what are the problems? What makes you excited? What makes you not excited? What do you see in this? Because I want a kind of objective view on it.
Okay. So we'll open up the Q&A, and you can call on whomever.
Sure.
I'll probably have a handful of questions, but I'll start with just one. What are you doing for delivery? For delivery, are you guys doing it yourself, or are you teaming up with somebody?
So really, I want to outsource that. I have no passion in building up the delivery infrastructure. Think about someone
there's
like
already a lot there. So.
Yes. What's that?
I said there's already a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
You know, Postmates.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly someone like Postmates, because this is kind of like food delivery. And actually, we might be able to get a better rate because we're delivering off peak and
Are you doing
product.
starting mostly in Sacramento?
Yes.
You should team up with Sunny. These guys know
Sunny.
with the Waiter app. There's no delivery here in Sacramento.
Oh, they're doing delivery?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, they're doing restaurants, but
Okay,
they
I
go
gotta
on
meet them
and
then.
pick up with you.
Cool. Question?
Well, some feedback. I really like the idea of being able to see it grow, for one, because a lot of people that have never planted a garden or have never experienced that might be something very fun. And I think it's something that you could do with your kids. You know, have your kids go on and, oh, we bought this is what we're doing. See, we're 3 weeks into it, and you can see it growing. I think that might be an aspect of it you might want to focus on a little bit, because I think that interactive feel and then being able to have it delivered to your door, I think that's a real appealing aspect of the product. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, just watching the thing grow.
Yes.
And, yeah, that's kind of, you get an attachment to it. It's like
That's right.
raising a kid almost.
Yeah.
But you eat it at the end. Go ahead.
I had a question about logistics. So, if, for 100 users, if you're doing the sample every, they get 2 plants, how much size does that take up on the farm?
Right, so for sampling, it's really doesn't take up too much. We get, each plot is a 4 by 4 feet, and it can grow 1 vegetable in a 1 by 1 square feet. For most vegetables, there's some things like tomatoes that require a lot more area.
Sure.
But for most samples, we can just grow it in a small amount of
Have
space.
you considered, hydroponics, aeroponics, vertical farming?
I thought about it. The upfront capital is expensive. Nothing beats growing out in the sun using nature and soil. And I think that's the most capital efficient way on the long run. Although there's different challenges.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking if, let's say your company goes 1,000 users to 100,000,
Mhm.
that's a lot of land that you're gonna need to
Yep.
supply that.
Also
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah, travel distance.
Yes.
And especially if like I buy a 4 by 4 plot and I have a range of vegetables, and then he buys the same thing, but like he does a completely different range of vegetables.
Sure.
The workforce, you gotta do the tomatoes, and then you gotta switch to everything, and if they're all spread out
Yeah.
in different areas, that could,
Yep.
cause a
Yeah.
logistical issue.
That's definitely one of the challenges. It's definitely more labor intensive than traditional methods where you just go in a big tractor and get everything. But we do gang on some things. Growing in garden boxes doesn't require weeding, for example. We're doing insect nettings. It's kind of micromanaged in a way. And we're also tackling this labor intensive way with software. Because you would kind of have a labor list for the day. You go hit this, this, and this, and you got to make sure you plant these close to each other because for this user, so you can harvest it quickly. So we're kind of looking at farming in a different perspective than a traditional method, and we want to innovate that way. Yes.
I love the concept. I think it's great. I'm a little intimidated by it. I don't know whether I would use it or not. But it sounds more appealing than a CSA box, because sometimes in the CSA box you get vegetables that you don't know what they are, and
Right.
you have to learn about them before
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can even cook them.
Yeah.
So, which, there's pluses and minuses to
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Can we visit the farm? Can
Yeah.
the people who subscribe visit the farm?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, my wife told me that. She said, I want to actually visit the farm. And I think that's a great idea. It'll give people a lot more connection to it. It might be a little further out in the outskirts where there's actually land, but I think I would allow people to visit. I don't see why not.
Yeah, and then if you're a subscriber and you have that 4 by 4, which actually grows an incredible amount of food, right? And it's incredible how much you can grow in that space.
Right.
Are you rotating the crops for the different seasons? Like, somebody's gonna want
Right.
pumpkins
Right.
in October and November.
Yeah.
But they might not, corn is for summer or whatever.
So for 4 by 4 feet plots, we kind of naturally rotate because their selection kind of changes, unless they just want one crop at a time. We might kind of try to move them towards another plot over some time and try to replenish the soil for that plot. So we naturally crop rotation is built in, but we may take measures to renourish the soil if it stays the same for a while.
And how are you getting your growers?
I'm sorry, my
The
growers.
people who grow the food, are you doing it
I'm doing it.
yourself?
We're
Okay.
managing everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm assuming from what I gather that you're planning to put like the education program in, especially for people who really are not familiar with growing vegetables, what the timelines are to expect, how to be reasonable as to when they can expect product back and what have you. And sometimes things don't quite go right too. And so
Yes.
how do you have the customers not go upset?
Right,
Get
right.
all upset if it doesn't go right the first time, you have to
Yeah.
grow a crop a second time or something? Because there's
Yeah.
so many variables.
Yeah, that's a challenge too, because inevitably there's crop failures out there for whatever reasons. So what how I want to tackle this is we'll have a guaranteed minimum yield for every crop you grow. So that if that fails for whatever reason, and we'll grow some backup stuff. Might not be the exact same breed, but we'll try to make you happy and guarantee you that you'll get at least this. And if we really can't find it, we'll give you kind of a partial refund on that per split.
I do, yeah, you're fine.
Yes.
So I really like the concept. I could definitely see, a good group of people that would be interested in something like this, just because it's the type of thing. There's some people that are very passionate about, healthy food and taking care of their bodies, and vegetarians, vegans would definitely be interested in something like this.
Right.
Have you thought about, or have you looked into farmers markets as a marketing strategy? It seems like that's kind of a similar market, people that go to farmers markets.
Actually,
And or you attending a farmer's market and using
Right.
that as kind of a lead source
Right.
for prospective customers?
yeah. Actually, that's kind of my backup plan. When if I can get nobody, I'm trying to stick with online marketing right now because everything's online and you can reach a lot more people and targeted groups nowadays with different sorts of ad campaigns. But that would be perfect because people will go to farmers market, want fresh vegetables, and
Yeah. I would just get out there with like a television at your
Okay.
stand.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like literally have like a little video.
Yeah.
Anyone that goes to a farmer's market would consider
Right.
using a service like
Hmm.
this.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Yes.
I have two questions. I have another promotion idea, is word of mouth, like share with a friend and you get 1 month free, or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
Which you probably already have that idea. But then my other question is, you have the 2 months free.
Mm-hmm.
Can you actually plant and harvest something in 2 months?
Yeah, you can. Definitely a lot of short-term vegetables like lettuce or greens,
Okay.
carrots.
See what I know about farming.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Fred, have you thought about going to, I don't know if there's association for everything, but the groups that have urban farms.
Mm,
So the small plots that have to be managed by somebody.
right.
And I never know who's actually doing that, but sometimes they look more fallow than they probably should. They may not get used the right way.
Mm-hmm.
It's an opportunity possibly to institute this idea in a neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely.
Do the same thing.
Yeah, definitely be interested in exploring urban land for growing and meeting these people. One challenge in urban farms is zoning, and yeah, some people are able to get special urban zoning, but majority of times I've heard headaches on policy and so forth.
Yeah. If there's existing ones, you might want to start there and just see if you can
Right.
pick up the
Right,
management
right.
of it.
Right. Maybe
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, get you in the back.
So I think it's really interesting, anything that engages people with their food is pretty cool. I'm wondering about two things. One, this cuts across against everything we know sort of about how people shop for groceries, which is they don't like to plan it out in advance, which is one of the bigger problems with CSAs. Two, all the trends in grocery shopping have been towards consolidation, towards one trip or to fewer trips. And this sort of forces them into a place where they're only getting a portion of their basket from one source, which actually forces them to diversify their sourcing, which is not the direction that they're moving in right now. And I say this, I'm on the board of the food co-op locally, so I actually spend a bunch of time looking at this stuff. And then finally, there's a trend that's more towards closer to prepared, like basically like the proliferation of like Blue Apron and HelloFresh and stuff like that. I think again sort of moves in this direction where you're sort of moving further up the chain of preparation to people directly. And finally, there's a presumption that the quality of delivery isn't going to increase. I think with what Fresh Direct has been doing, they've gotten pretty far down, and even frankly, Amazon Fresh has gotten to, I'd say, a pretty consistently high level with their food delivery. So I sort of see that as a bit of a challenge for you. If your value proposition is that their produce quality sucks,
Right.
Which I think it's probably started out 2 years ago not being very high. But even for us, like our grocery store, they're getting very good, just candidly.
Right.
And I don't think that there's going to they're doing something somewhat similar, which is, you know, aligning production chains closely to consumer demand, but they're able to do it at a tremendous
Right.
scale.
Right,
So
right.
there isn't as much of a lag time between the artists.
Right.
So, I mean, so given like kind of all those trends in the opposite, like what, you know, is this like I guess the core question is like, do you see this as a sort of core, like how people feed themselves product, or sort of a, I don't want to say novelty, but like a more, like a more specialized
Mhm.
thing that people engage with as a way to get closer to their food and have sort of more direct engagement?
Right. Those are all really good, valid points. And it's, probably everyone knows that it's hard to change people's behaviors and old habits die hard. You know, there's more and more we're talking to people and testing different niches. The real power, it seems for us, at least initially, is our ability to grow a variety of vegetables. Because there's people out there that, you know, they have this vegetable for their certain cuisine that they really can't find fresh out there. For example, I talked to this Indian lady. She gave me a whole list of Indian vegetables she wants me to grow. And then there's people that, you know, get nostalgic on some of the stuff they used to have when they're back in another country that they can grow. So I think that's kind of where we might lift off first in presenting our variety as a power. Then again, I hope to kind of let people sample it first, and I want to make them change their minds, because still, no matter what you get in the supermarkets, if you try this is just out of the world. You can actually taste the carrots, like there's sweetness to it. Most carrots out there is just cardboard. So I guess only time will tell, and how we change our marketing strategy and who we target first. But those are really valid points in getting to the mainstream customers, I think. Let's see, who hasn't gone yet?
Okay, so, in terms of the intimidation factor, I do think that's an issue that people do kind of buy on demand, but, starter suggestions, maybe you can have a starter package where,
Mhm.
you know, you tell people what they would put in their pot.
Yeah.
Because, you know, not everybody wants to go
Right.
through a list of 300
Right.
fruits and vegetables and decide which ones they want you to plant.
Yeah.
And they don't know when you would plant them.
Yeah.
So if you had like a starter, you know, sort of suggestion of what a plot might look like
Right.
over a course of a year, that might help people in terms of
Yeah.
being less intimidated
Yeah.
by it.
And that,
And then the other thing that I was wondering about was, are you delivering nationwide from a garden here in Sacramento, or are you gonna have growers elsewhere? growing? Or are you only doing California, or, cause I was thinking of like Hawaii, where it's very difficult to
Right.
get, you know, fresh vegetables.
Right.
And this might be really appealing to someone in Hawaii, you
Yeah,
know? And less expensive, quite
Right,
frankly,
right.
than what they have to pay for a lot of
Right.
things over there.
So, on your second question, the plan is to have little satellite microfarms throughout every major city, and get all the farms stabilized out there, so everything's going to grow locally and fresh and organically, because that's really the power, instead of transporting that hundreds of thousands of miles away. What's your other question? I'm sorry.
No, it was really related to, you know, delivery and where it was, because you said 6 hours, so I was a
Yes.
little confused when you said your thing is here in Sacramento, and I didn't know if you were gonna have growers elsewhere or not.
Yeah, so we're planning at least to manage all the little microfarms, at least starting out in the less challenging climates, and maybe the challenging climates, we might have hoop houses instead in the winter. But we want to stick with the vision of keeping everything local and keeping everything close.
And in my mind, I'm trying to picture, if I'm looking at this online, am I seeing my plot through a camera feed all the time, or occasional, what is that?
You'll probably get photo updates every 1 or
Okay.
2 weeks,
Okay.
because there's only so much you can watch.
It's not like watching
We have Tucker.
an eagle.
One more question. We have time for one more question.
All right.
I have one.
Yep.
Well, do you know how Blue Apron sources their products and ingredients?
I'm not sure really. I'm sure they don't grow their own. They source from some farmers.
They
or-
do local farms.
Okay. Because I mean, just for switches between the different crops, I think it'd be interesting to see like, I don't know, the ideal like 4 crops for like a particular plate or dinner that a family has often. For example, tacos. So just a way. I was just thinking of a way to easily pick which vegetables you want to grow.
Right. Kind of ease up the process for them on how they choose or make
Mhm.
recommendations. Yeah, that's a good idea to, at the end, we gotta tie food to cuisine, to cooking, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what they use it for, and they can kind of get, because 300 is kind of a lot. You're like, for me, it's like a kid in a candy store, but for someone else, it might be overwhelming. So maybe like just guide them, I might guide them with, these are the popular vegetables, or looking for this, you might try this, It's a good idea.
So if you have more questions for Fred, you can ask at the end. We end at 10, but you're free to chat. People usually hang out for a while. So thank you, Fred.
Thank you.